Obama quietly raises carbon price as cost to climate increase. Wow, okay. Buried in a little noticed rule on microwave ovens. Hold on. Okay, so they're having a ruling on microwave ovens, and they decided to slip in a carbon tax because your dog may be a little bit too flatulent and cause some type of drought in South America. This is what the carbon tax is, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's what it is. When you breathe, when you pass gas, when just anything happens, that's because that's changing the climate. And I do agree there is climate change. Some days it's hot, some days it's not, some days it's raining, some days it's not. So I do agree that the climate changes, but to say that my gassy dog is causing these earthquakes and droughts and meteors to strike the planet is quite ridiculous, but we'll get back to the article. Now, this is talking about how these emissions are being blamed for everything from everything to everything. Well, I'll skip down here to the second quote. The increase of the so-called social cost of carbon to $38 a metric ton in 2015 from $23.80 adjusts the calculation the government uses to weigh cost and benefits of proposed regulations. And the article goes on to say that how many people are not convinced about this, even people who were convinced that maybe carbon taxes may be a good idea in the first place, people like Al Gore. I'm sure Al Gore is still cheerleading because you pay your carbon taxes to Al Gore. He's not just a well-meaning person. And even if Al Gore is so concerned about carbon taxes, why does he have multiple homes? I believe the estimate was between all of his homes, he has a $30,000 utility bill. And just like you and me, he breathes and exhales gases from his body. So why doesn't he plug himself up and save us all if that's, if his breathing is stopping the polar bears from being able to swim? And we're going to go here to a nightly news classic. This is actually something that predates the nightly news, a special report from Alex Jones talking about Obama and his war on energy.
Obama hits struggling Americans with energy rate hikes. Following Barack Obama's vow to bankrupt the coal power industry, Americans are set to be hit with a wave of utility bill hikes as draconian EPA regulations drive up the cost of energy.
So if somebody wants to build a coal power plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum for all that greenhouse gas that's being emitted.
The Obama administration's crusade against coal-fired power plants, which was launched on the back of discredited junk science about hyped global warming threats, has little to do with improving the environment and everything to do with lowering living standards by creating artificial scarcity. The EPA has now listed as harmful carbon dioxide that is part of the life cycle of the planet. New EPA rules dictate that utility companies will be forced to spend an initial outlay of $800 million to conform with regulations that mandate harmful emissions be reduced under the Clean Air Act. And yet power plants supplied by General Electric, one of Barack Obama's biggest campaign contributors, have received an EPA waiver and will not be subject to the new regulations. The new rules will exacerbate the problem of rolling blackouts, warns Donna Nelson, head of the Texas Public Utility Commission. Nelson said, quote, "I have no doubt in my mind that this rule will result in reliability issues and rolling outages in Texas." Obama's strict enforcement of draconian EPA regulations has led to new clean-burning coal-fired plants being mothballed and other existing ones being shut down, which has in turn led to Texas and other states becoming energy dependent. All of this, of course, will lead to significantly higher utility bills for U.S. citizens who are being assaulted with more and more expenses, even as the threat of a double-dip recession lowers living standards.
So there you go, another issue of Alex Jones warning you in advance and people didn't heed the warning. Now you're just a conspiracy theorist. You don't like the way technology is going. You don't like, why don't you like people shutting down your coal-powered plants and jacking up your rates? Why don't you like that, Alex Jones? But, hey, I guess if you like paying more for less, I guess that's the new model here in this country, pay more for less. Now, we'll end now with our quote of the day. This from John F. Kennedy. "The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. That by John F. Kennedy. I wonder when Kennedy said that, if he knew all this stuff was going to come out about him after he died, you know. Yeah, 2 weeks before he was shot, you know, so, and I'm not judging the man for his lifestyle or alleged lifestyle, but it happened 2 weeks before he died, so very interesting. You can go to prisonplanet.tv and get yourself a 15-day free trial. You can get the Alex Jones radio show, the nightly news, the rants, all that good stuff. You can go back and look at the past special reports. You may be able to find even, I believe that Alex Jones' report we just played is on prisonplanet.tv somewhere. You may have to dig for it, but I'm sure it's on there somewhere. So stay tuned for that. And also go to the InfoWars shop and pick up the new magazine. Well, should I say the current magazine. This has a nice coffee stain on here. This is a real magazine. Alex Jones spilled his coffee on this just a little bit ago. So you can go to the InfoWars shop and get the magazine, and also check out ProPure and all the other great products on InfoWars shop. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this break with two whistleblowers and Alex Jones.
ProPure is introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. This is the Pro One by ProPure. You wanted it, you got it. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It cuts out the acid derivative of fluoride. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. This is a revolution against the tyrants. They love putting the toxic acid base of fluoride into your water. They love the fact that it's an adjuvant supercharging the trace Prozac in the water and the hormones and the other chemicals. By cutting out fluoride, you cut out the turbocharger in all the poison being artificially introduced into your body. This is what I use. It's a win-win. You get a high-quality product at the lowest price. You support the InfoWar. Get your ProPure with the new Pro One filters today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.